What is happening, y'all? Welcome back. Let's find out how it ends.
I believe this belongs to you, sir. I can't terminate your wife's life support from inside her room. System won't allow it. So, this is the only other option. An alarm is set to go off if she flatlines. I've rigged the system to spoof her vitals. But you won't have long. 5 minutes, tops. Don't hesitate, sir. This is the only chance you'll get.
I'm sorry, Lisa. Don't worry. I'll take care of him. I promise you. I promise you. My animal, Lisa. I'm sorry.
Hit her with a double tap.
BB. BB. BB, can you hear me? Can you hear me? It's Daddy.
What are you doing? Bro, plug it back in. Plug it back in. I want to see how. I want to find out. Was that secretly your dad? Are you secretly the BB? We're not actually going to cremate Luke, right? Man, can I cremate something else? Don't cremate BB. We're Googling it. Spoiler, endgame. I quit the game. I couldn't do it. Play the game, man. Trust me, everything will be alright. Alright, let's see what happens.
I just took your cufflinks offline. In that state, there'd be nothing to stop you from removing them. If you did, the UCA wouldn't know where you were or how to find you. You'd be invisible. When you use the incinerator, you'll be reconnected to the network automatically. You could try taking Lou out of the pod just to see what happens.
Oh, so we're gonna burn the cufflinks.
That would be in direct contravention of an executive order.
Wait. What are you doing? Save BB. Fuck. Okay, that's more like it.
A purpose that cannot fulfill outside the pod. There is a 70% risk of catastrophic failure simply in removing it.
Okay. Swimming around. This is so weird. Back to the memory. Why didn't you like put it in your jacket at least? Try to smuggle him out. What about the emergency stairs? Does this building not have them? That's a fire hazard.
Freeze! Hey, put it down! Drop it! Put it down!
Back off. Back off!
Get up! Don't do it! I'll handle this. I'm sorry, Captain. Don't! You got it! You two!
hold your fire.
Thanks for trying, John.
Stop!
Step aside, sir, or we'll be forced to open fire.
It's a dead end. He's trapped. Security will take it from here.
I'm sorry, Lisa. I screwed it up. I've ruined everything.
This room is off limits. No one goes in. But he's in there, sir. I saw him. You saw him wrong. Now check the other way. Go! Yes, sir.
No. Open it up. He's inside.
Move, dumbass.
BB. Don't worry. It's okay. I'll always be with you. See the sunset. The day is ending. Let that yawn out. There's no pretending. I will hold you and protect you. So let love warm you till the morning. When I found out I was gonna be a father, I was so scared. Scared of what it would mean. I had to be there for you and your mom, no matter what. I couldn't just go off and get myself killed anymore.
Get off of him! Now!
I had it all wrong. All wrong. Being a father didn't make me scared. It made me brave. I'm sorry. Sorry it took me so long.
Captain. Look at you.
Don't make the same mistake. Be yourself. Be free.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Captain. I need you to hand it over.
Shoot him, John.
Let it go. Please.
Shoot him! I gave you an order. Shoot him!
You told me your name was Sam Porter. But you're Sam Bridges. My son. My bridge to the future. Without you, I was just like any other Cliff. A dead end. No way forward. Nothing but an obstacle. Looking on at the world people like you were trying to build. Dividing people was the only thing I was ever good at.
So Sam was his BB. Then I guess the reason we see these when we connect up to Lou is just we're just seeing memories. Our memories, not the BB's though.
You bring people together. You're their bridge to the future. And mine. Come on, Sam. Stand up.
Wait, so am I taking myself right now? Taking myself as a baby. The time chiral fuckery in this game, dude.
Oh, God. Not BB2.
No.
Hit BB? You done fucked up, Bridget. Oh, it clicks. So I went to die, and then her soul, which was at the beach, was like, oh, you're not gonna die, and shucked me back, turning me into a repatriate. Got it, okay. And so I guess Lou was just some random BB, but for whatever reason, connecting to Lou brings those memories, and then the whole "give me my BB" is just a big red herring to make you think. I mean, so they do say BBs get decommissioned, so it doesn't make sense that the BB from that memory would still be alive.
Sam. There you are.
Just patch me right up. Give me back my baby.
You want to go home? Let's go home. It's okay. I know the way.
So even Cliff probably like was still hunting. So that's why it wasn't that the BB was good with Sam. Cliff was still hunting for the BB and going after a BB because he noticed the astronaut on it probably. And then it occurred to him that like, oh, the reason I'm being brought here isn't the BB. This is my BB grown up. It's Sam.
There you are. Welcome back.
You understand his days as a BB are over, now that his connection to the other side has been severed.
It was me who cut the cord. So yes.
A deathless repatriate in the world of the living. Should we decommission him?
In a manner of speaking. Take him out of the pod. I'll raise him as my own.
up.
Come on, dude, wake up. Wake up. Come on. Wake up! Come on, dude, wake up. Ew.
So where are they gonna get like baby formula? That's a very premature baby. We're not going to need baby formula because we're going to put it out in Timefall for about 30 seconds and then boom, it's a teenager. It's that easy. I guess this isn't Timefall rain, this is just normal rain. All right, now we have reached the real end. Here we go, an actual credit roll. It's gonna go ahead and mute it. It's that same song, I think. So let's recap with a mini review here. I already talked about some stuff. How I really liked how the strand type system, the chiral network, thought that was really good from a gameplay perspective, but that it was a little bit hard for it to get going at first. Definitely, you have to commit through like the opening hours just because of how slow it is, and kind of, you know, it's just very just, you know, walk. So from the early gameplay, I mean the oh, you know, Amazon Prime Simulator, you know, FedEx Guy Simulator, like it's not that far off, and obviously it does open up a lot, but I understand where those criticisms come from. Absolutely. From a story perspective, couple of good twists. I mean, I had guessed that pretty obvious foreshadowing that Sam was a bridge baby, but I did not expect at all that Sam was Unger's baby, and the baby we were seeing, you know, I kept assuming that that was BB, that was Lou. So a little bit silly assumption when they even talked about how long babies last and, you know, them being decommissioned after a couple years. But that was a really cool kind of reveal at the end. The whole fact that Amelia and Bridget were the same person, I knew there had to be some connection. I didn't think of that though. Like the spirit and the body are in two separate planes, even though there was some stuff that kind of alluded to that. Not necessarily with them, but I mean, we had a similar situation with Mama. So some pretty interesting story stuff. And even back when we were doing the little review and the prior credit set, a lot of the like last minute questions where I was like, this really wasn't cleaned up, that got cleaned up getting to here, getting to the end. So all in all, I did like the story. I guess one weak point, if I had to think back, would honestly be kind of Higgs. Like, now that we have an overall of the story objective, the two things that don't make sense is, one, you know, it seemed pretty clear that Amelia didn't want the extinction event to happen. So why was she even working with Higgs moving towards that for a while if she wanted us to stop her? I guess maybe it's the fact that she sees us make these connections and show that people can keep on going. It makes her want to, you know, watch humanity continue to fight. But that part wasn't entirely clear. So, and on top of that, like, I mean, if the case is an extinction event, I don't understand why Higgs is a terrorist and trying to blow up cities, because the chiral network being completed helped to further Amelie's agenda of moving towards the extinction event. Higgs was working for her, but also kind of stopping it. So that there's a little bit of confusion there that I'm not entirely clear on. Moving on from story, visuals, I think the game looks absolutely beautiful. You know, especially I know they went for like a hyper realistic with a lot of actors and whatnot, but like, dude, the cutscene where Hardman was like crying to Sam, like, damn, those facial animations were on point. That's very, very, very good graphics and high fidelity there. The world itself too, I think the overall world graphics did pretty good. You know, the snowstorms, I couldn't see shit. The rainstorms, the way that your character moves and kind of recovers and slicks, all that I thought was really, really well done. And then even from like a world design perspective, I like how like we're seeing trails that get worn down as we're proceeding. So that was some really good stuff there. Audio design was pretty good, I'd say. The music wasn't to my taste necessarily. Definitely kind of like a lo-fi vibe, I guess. I don't know. It isn't the kind of music I listen to. I wouldn't say it was like bad. There wasn't anything that was like offensively terrible, but definitely not the type of music that I usually would seek out on my own. Things that I would really like to see in a sequel. All-wheel drive on the vehicles, bro. Holy shit. The rear-wheel drive truck and trying to get up some areas was incredibly frustrating. That was probably the most frustrating part of the game for me, was where the truck was like, nope, I'm spinning the fuck out. Like, I was driving me bonkers, dude. Like, if you're gonna rear-wheel drive, you know, the engine in the front should help to offset it, but I guess we're loading all the cargo in the back, so it doesn't fucking matter. But that was driving me nuts. I also hope that in the second game, I'll be curious to see how they do it, but I really hope we don't have a Breath of the Wild situation where it's like, oh, the chiral network went down, Sam. You're starting over from square one. The only thing you know how to make is your own fucking underwear. Like, I really hope it's not like that. Like, you know, just some of the blueprints. Keep some of the blueprints, at least. So there's like some weird poppy song playing right now. This song's terrible. I don't know what it is. I'm just gonna completely lower my headset. So yeah, I mean, I'll probably play the sequel based on my experience with this. In terms of score, I mean, there are like a couple things that pulled it back for me. Like, I mean, I don't know, because I definitely understand the difficulty of people getting into a game like this. It's very, very strong, and then there are a lot of downtime periods. So I think this would probably end up, just because of the extremely unique nature of this, and the fact that I definitely think this is going to be harder to appeal to people, I would probably put this at like a 4 out of 5. it did end up appealing to me, but I think a big part of it is I'm a big fan of like open world games and games where you build stuff. So like figuring out, oh, I'm gonna build my I'm gonna build my giant fucking zipline network and running all over the mountains and finding the next spot for a zipline and pre-prepping them and whatnot. Like that is a gameplay loop that I really vibe with. I mean, if you watch the streams, like shit, I start playing the forest, I'll spend 8 hours just building a goddamn log cabin in the forest, and I'll be having the time of my fucking life doing it. So, setting up zip lines and stuff up in the mountains, I'm like, oh yeah, I can get down on this. We're building shit. Let's go. That is a gameplay loop that definitely appeals to me. But I could definitely see like your average person, like if I was like, oh yeah, easy 5 out of 5. The thing is, this is not going to be for your average person at all. There's a lot here. It's a big fucking commitment. And, to be honest, I don't know if I would have made that commitment if I wasn't in a position where it's my job to play games, because I came upon a period of time where I was like, I need something to play, something that's going to be in like the 40-50 hour mark. Fuck it. People want Death Stranding. Let's do it. And I like forced myself to commit to it, and I'm glad I stayed with it because I did enjoy it. I mean, yeah, the opening, I could see that being a very hard sell for a lot of people, especially if if you don't have a lot of time available and you're like, oh, what is this? If you're coming from like say something like Metal Gear, which is Hideo's previous work, and you're like, oh, I want to see what the Death Stranding thing is all about. It's a very, very different vibe, and it's a very big commitment, and it's very dialogue heavy. It's very story heavy. I really do like how presented it was. Like despite all the time that I spent, watching cutscenes and whatnot, they presented it very well. Very dynamic cutscenes. It felt like you were watching a fucking show on HBO or something more than just sitting and watching a video game. And I think a good way to describe it, because I'm playing Metaphor ReFantazio right now. When you're just in the dialogue cutscenes and it's just people talking in that game, I'm ready to fucking fall asleep. When that game transitions and it's like boom, full on anime cutscene with subtitles, I'm like, fuck yeah, you got me paying attention now. And that's how I felt here. When you're going into cutscenes, when you have long cutscenes and they're in engine, it's really hard to sell me on that as a gamer. Like, I'm here to play the game, but that transition to where it's more of like a show all of a sudden, like, yeah, I can watch this. I can sit and I can watch through this because this is being presented very nicely. What's the post credit?
Louise.
It's a cute little end. Well, either way, that wraps things up for Death Stranding. As of now, consider me interested in the sequel. Definitely going to go back and watch that trailer now that I have an idea of what's going on. But yeah, all in all, I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. Good time. Thanks for coming on by, and I'll catch you all soon with the new Dragon Age game.